there are a few common and uncommon ghost roles that admins will spawn in depending on the round. Just to keep things short and simple, I'm going to explain them quickly. There is the Emergency Response Team, or ERT for short. They're pretty much always going to be referred to as ERT. There are 5 ERT roles currently in the game that don't require modification, but you're going to see these 5 most frequently. There is the ERT Engineer, Janitor, Leader, Medical, and Security. Their job descriptions are pretty self-explanatory. The Engineer does engineering stuff, Janitor cleans, the Leader leads, Medical heals, Security combat. I will just take over the Leader, for example. I'm not going to explain their equipment too much, but a proper ERT member will have all access, they are mind shielded, they'll have the nanotrescent symbol as their job icon to indicate that they are indeed a real person. Syndicates can fake the nanotrescent part, but they can't fake being mind shielded unless they quite literally mind shielded themselves, so that's always something to keep an eye out as a security. If they're not mind shielded, they might not be legitimate. Admins can elect to not spawn them in like this. They can be modified in any way, so don't try to always metagame it, but just keep your proper suspicions out that somebody who has a nanotrescent job icon and isn't mind shielded might not be working with nanotrescent. ERT I have seen used for basically every situation under the sun. I've seen ERT used to go counter nukies that are taking too long. I've seen ERT used for war ops that got out of control. I've seen ERT used to go capture a single person. I've seen ERT sent with a CENTCOM inspector just to make sure the CENTCOM inspector gets back home. I've seen a team of 4 ERT janitors to clean up 4 billion lube tiles. It's hard to explain exactly what you might be used for, but typically if you're going to be taking over an ERT role, the admins who created the role will have a specific job for you and will let you know either through an announcement like this, which means it's an admin announcing it and they'll just say do whatever. Sometimes they'll leave a piece of paper on the shuttle. Sometimes they might even just help you and tell you what to do, or they'll help the leader and the leader is supposed to tell you what to do. I mean, that's kind of what the leader is good for, is that they can relay the mission information more directly. But again, it's depending directly on what the admin wants. The ART leader's hard suit is extraordinarily good in combat, and all their hard suits are actually pretty good in combat. Maybe not quite as combat ready as the leaders, but their equipment is always pretty much the best of the best. They might have pulse weapons, not always. For example, the leader, the preset leader I am doesn't have anything too phenomenal for weapons, but they do have a disabler, they have medical items, and they do have a pistol and a full security belt. They could be spawned with anything from pulse weapons or might even be geared down. Again, I can't fully state what gear they're going to have. That is up to the admins. But just letting you know, if you see these people wearing similar-ish outfits with the nanotrescent icon, they'll be named like Young ERT Company Man, and like with their mask on, their mask off, they'll have names like Lieutenant, Corporal, Sergeant, just to indicate that they are indeed of Central Command. ERT is often deployed with a ship as well. For example, if the Dart is used, which is probably the most typical ERT ship, it features cloning, medical, there's security rooms, there's even a bar, engineering rooms, you name it, basically everything you would need. It's pretty much a miniature station in one. You can definitely sustain life here, which is probably part of the point. If ERT is being sent, they're an emergency response team. They need to be ready for everything. Even the Dart has an AME ready to go. So these guys are coming to bail out your round, or at least bring it to a more proper conclusion. Next up are CBURN agents. Highly trained CENTCOM agent capable of dealing with various threats. CBURN agents are pretty much only used, from what I've seen, for zombies. Their equipment they spawn with is very good at dealing with zombies. They spawn with a double-barrel shotgun, multiple boxes of incendiary ammo, ambazole pills, which cures infection. They also have flashbangs and a retro laser, because zombies are very weak to zombies are very weak to heat damage in general. They also have a bandolier to store their ammo. Their armor is also very, very heat resistant. It is basically immune to heat damage. It's good combat armor in general. But CBURN agents often end up just getting infected anyway, in my experience, from what I've seen at least. They're definitely better equipped than they used to be, but a double barrel isn't great against a horde of zombies, because you get 2 shots and you have to reload. And the retro laser is good until the battery burns out, and typically if you're going onto station, power is probably going to be messed up, and if you're a CBURN agent, the station's probably so doomed that your chances of recharging this are pretty much 0. There is a charger in the bridge of the Dart, but that's only if you get the Dart. Again, a lot of specifics of what a CBURN might end up doing, but typically, if you're going to be a CBURN agent, you're probably going to be killing zombies. There is the Deathsquad operative. One of Nanotrust's top internal affairs agents await orders from CENTCOMs or an official. Deathsquad is really, really simple to play. If you see a Deathsquad member, they will have a very distinct armor set. It is this just dark black and blue and red armor, and they are going to have weapons that you pretty much stand no chance against. I mean, just look at the backpack of a Deathsquad member. I have Death Acidifiers, Freedom Implanters, Hypo Sprays, Matabuzz, Pulse Pistol, Pulse Rifle, a Spanish Army Knife. I don't know what the hell that is, to be honest. But the Pulse Rifle has 400 shots and does 35 damage a shot. And, I mean, that just it shoots at 1.5 a second, so like it technically isn't the most incredible DPS, but it's basically infinite ammo. You could kill every single person on a station with a singular pulse rifle. If you ever see these guys, somebody somewhere fucked up real bad. They're used to literally kill all of command and everyone. If Death Squad's getting called, and if Death Squad's getting called and it's not for a meme event, there's a decent chance that all of command is probably getting banned, or most of command is probably getting role banned. You really do not want to see these guys, but playing them as them is pretty fun. Central Command Inspectors, or just High Command in general, are also somewhat rare, but you do sometimes see them. They wear all green, and they will have a blue Central Command ID, just to label them as Central Commander. They also have a green PDA. These guys are most likely just there for roleplay reasons. If you see these guys, just make sure your departments are doing well if you're running a department. Otherwise, just kind of stay out of their way. They are pretty much a completely RP purpose. There's not even like an official prototype for them, so like anytime you see one of these guys, it's an admin hand doing it. So it's, again, hard for me to tell you exactly what to expect if you see a central commander, but most likely they're just going to be doing RP inspections, like how clean is medical, how secure is security, are the lights on, that type of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much all the common nanotrust and admin roles that can be spawned. I only made this video really quickly because almost every single day somebody asks what's CBURN, what's ERT, so this is explaining that, and also because Whisper asked me to a bit ago and I kind of just forgot until now. I don't know why I just randomly thought of it, but I did. Anyways, thank you for watching.